So once you've added your different data layers to your project, you can then start exploring those layers further. So switch on the ones that you want to look at. So this river ecological status shows all the different water bodies within the test and itching catchment. But also in the attribute table it contains information about the WFD ecological status. You can use the tools on the Tools toolbar to locate around the map. If you can't see these tools, then right click on the grey area here and go down and switch on the Tools toolbar. Use the magnifying glass to zoom in or out, so left click on the screen and drag to an area. You can then use the pan button, the hand, to move around the screen by left clicking and dragging. The full extent button will take you to the full extent of all the data sets in your table of contents, whether or not they're switched on or off. And another quite useful feature is if you right click on the data set that you're interested in and go zoom to layer, that will take you to the extent of that data set. Also, these arrows on the Tools toolbar can be quite useful as they take you back to the previous extent or forward to the next extent. You can also use the binoculars to find a particular feature that you're interested in. So for example, if we want to find all the water bodies that are within the river Blackwater catchment, then we can choose the layer that we want to search within. So we want to search the river ecological status and type in Blackwater, then click enter. Here you can see it's found all of the features within that layer that contain the name Blackwater. So you can either click on those individually, and if we move the box we can see that it flashes the one that we're interested in. We can highlight all of those by holding down Shift and selecting the first and last records, right click and then go zoom to, and it will take you to the extent of all of those records. You could also, if you wanted to select those records, then right click and click select. Now you can see that they appear with a blue line around the edge, which means they're selected. Now close the Find window to see them properly. If you want to clear the selection, then press the Clear Selected Features button on the Tools toolbar. If you want to create a bookmark for this particular area, then you can make sure that you're on the extent that you want, and then click Bookmarks, Create Bookmark. Type in a name, then click OK. So now if you want to return to this view later on, just go to Bookmarks and then click on River Blackwater there. Another useful tool is the Identify tool, so the eye and the blue circle up here. If you click on that and then click on any feature on your map, it then brings up a box that contains all the attributes for that particular feature. So for this one we can see the name of that water body and its ecological status, which is moderate there. You can then continue to click on different water bodies or features and find out their specific information. If you have lots of different data sets turned on, then you can use the Identify From drop-down list to select the particular layer that you're interested in. If you've selected multiple features when you click on the map, then they will show here as separate features within this box. So you can just click on the name of each feature and it will flash up on the screen so you know which one it is. You can also right click and do various things such as flash or zoom to or create bookmark, for example. You can select features by using the Select Features tool. So click on that, and I'm going to switch on the bullhead records and select a few of those. So you can either click on each record individually. You'll notice that the water body in which it sits within is also selected. Hold down Shift if you want to select multiple records. And you can also left click and drag across the screen to select multiple features. Now if you go to the attribute table for a particular dataset by right clicking Open Attribute Table, you can either scroll down through your list of features and you'll notice that the selected ones are highlighted in blue, like this. Or if you just want to see the selected features, then at the bottom here you can click on the Show Selected Records button and that will just show you the ones that are selected. Again, to clear the selection, use the Clear Selected Features button on the Tools toolbar. You can use the Measure tool on the Tools toolbar to measure distances or areas of polygons, for example, So if we want to look at the water body that is at the source of the itching, we can do that by using the binoculars to find the source. So if we type in itching, then here we can see that this one is associated with the source. So right click and zoom to. Now close the find box and use the measure tool to measure the area of that polygon. So there's 3 different options along the top here. You can either measure a line, use this one to measure an area, that's by drawing a polygon, or this one to measure the area of a particular feature. So if we click on that and then click on the catchment, it tells us the perimeter and the area of that feature in square meters there. If you want to change the units, then click on the arrow next to the tools and then select the unit that you want. To stop using the measure tool, then just click the plain select arrow from the toolbar.